Hi everyone, this is your partner in business and personal growth FCPA, John Mudanyi. I thank you so much for tuning in and for joining me in this channel. Today I want us to talk on this subject on how to build businesses during turbulent times. Times that are not easy, times that are very, very frothy. How do we build businesses? And there are certain headlines that I would want us to think about today, particularly in the times that we live in when things are very challenging. How do we build? Number one of the things that we must focus on is how do we grow? We must focus on growth, because the mistake that most leaders, business leaders, make is that when they face turbulent times, they think of how to shrink the organization, they think of retrenchment, they think of what to cut down, and they find that the business has come so down that they've lost the original vision and whatever they are out to do. But really, as we go through turbulent times, because every turbulent time will be followed by a time of prosperity, and therefore the leaders that will make the organization succeed will be those visionary leaders that can see the trees from the wood. I could be able to pick specific trees in the forest of issues that they're going to. Yes, it's true, challenges are there. There'll be issues that affect your cash flow, your profit and loss account, your survival, issue of credit rating. Your market size might shrink significantly. You may lose some of the customers, or they may fail themselves. You may find certain challenges in meeting your operational overheads and meeting and keeping the business afloat. But in that time, there may still an element of how do we make the organization grow out of this terrible situation instead of going down. And the first thing that any leader, business leader that hopes to survive turbulent times is to wear the cap of innovation. You must innovate. Innovation is most important and very creative. You must think outside the box. You must think outside your way, the way your normal, the business as usual way. You must think outside. And what I have in mind, you need to identify and exploit new innovative business ideas. You have to think of new product offerings, new services, new channels that you can use. You have to think about new trends in the marketplace, emerging things out there that you can exploit and turn them positively to the advantage of your organization. You must think of how can you exploit technology and information and the opportunities that rise through mechanization and automation of business processes, and how can you make that happen. So the key word here is innovation, and you need to be able as a leader to be able to exploit the multiple skills and knowledge and talents that you have in your organization through your people, by putting them through an incubation process where innovative ideas can be incubated, can be identified through a brainstorming process, then incubated, and then those that come out to be having good potential, good internal rate of returns, good profitability opportunities, good cash flows, progress to the level through the conceptual process, the funneling process, to the project level and to implementation stage. That's important. So innovation is going to be the key thing. Learning from the past, learning from others, learning from the environment, creating new products, creating new services, thinking of new ways of doing things, and then moving forward. So that's important. New markets that we can exploit, new channels we can use, new offerings, services, stroke products, the new things that we can do. So that's important, innovation. Number two is a knack for identifying opportunities. That's very important. We need to be able to smell new opportunities in the marketplace. We must think, and the key thing here is, do you remain traditional? Do you remain clothed and wearing a steel jacket of your past? Must you remain locked in your strategy as it was designed earlier? Or do you need to flex it and revise it and review it and be able to exploit opportunities in the emerging market, the emerging trends that are outside there, anything that comes afresh that can refresh your business? So it's time during these turbulent moments, it's time to identify and exploit opportunities, identify niches, new needs, new ones. For example, if people can't move around because of restriction, then there's an opportunity there for being able to exploit new channels of business, of delivery of services, new ways of going to the market. There's a way of thinking of new products that can emerge out of those needs and wants. So these are the niches that we must identify and exploit them. And there's no business going to succeed, because I tell you, like in Corona, everybody, we all got the same platform, the same stage, facing the same challenge. But those who will merge out as billionaires and heroes will be the people that were able to think fresh, will be able to see the opportunities, will be able to exploit them, will be able to react, will be able to benefit from mutual relationships, the networkings and the relationships they have with their financiers and with their customers and with their suppliers, and be able to move into the marketplace. So that's important. So think of new markets, new services, new opportunities. And the third thing that's very critical again is the issue of leaders, and accordingly leading leaders. To be a leading leader means that you are ahead of the team that you are leading in terms of being able to see forward, and you're ahead of your peers in the market in terms of what's going on there. And in my recent research, and I've done journal articles on this that we can look at in some of them, and just find that I found that the key success really has to revolve around leaders. It's around the head that steers the train. It must be the leadership team must think outside the box, must be able to create, must be able to react, must be able to move forward and to identify and to move with the new, drive the direction, the new direction and the new steering of the organization. So the first important thing is to stabilize the organization. When the organization is going facing challenges, you need to stabilize the cash flows. You need to stabilize the bottom line so that you don't keep on incurring. So you may have to take a step of holding back. For example, capital expenditure. If you have got some projects that may not that will require a lot of cash outlay, and that the risk profile might go up, and their internal rate of return, the NPVs, their net present values, and the impact they'll have on the organization may not be very positive. Then we may need to hold back, stabilize the organization, stabilize the P&L, see what new things are, if there are any new